What is up, everyone? Boschee here, back at it in Raid Shadow Legends, and today I have a couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about. So first off, update 3.3 is now live, which means the fitting room is now live, along with some changes to Tag Team Arena. Now, don't get too excited about Tag Team Arena changes. There's nothing too big, but I did want to go over that. But yeah, and then there's also some like game experience changes and stuff like that as well. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below to the patch notes so you guys can check on that. But we'll go ahead and jump through the fitting room and tag team stuff. So first off, let's go to the fitting room. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a champion I know doesn't have any gear on. And once you click on the equipment slot, you can go into filter and you'll see the fitting room option. So once you have that fitting room option selected, you can definitely tell it is, just because you'll see a bunch of hangers on your equipment slots. And then from there, you can just click on whatever piece of gear you want to try on, and you'll actually see the option to try on instead of equip. So once I click on that, you'll see that it goes from the stats that I currently have, and then once I try on that piece of gear, what stats it's going to include. So that is kind of the nice part about it, is that you'll just be able to see if you want to build out like a champion with 100% crit, or see how much crit damage or defense you want to be able to get on that champion. You'll be able to do that without actually putting the piece of gear on, having to rip it off, and using silver to do it. That's the cool part. Now, a big thing was in the announcement, it said that you can only try up to 6 slots. You are able to try all 6 of the regular equipment slots along with the 3 accessories as well. So definitely keep that in mind. You can do all 9 slots. The other big thing that people were asking about this was, can I try on pieces that are already on other champions? Yes, you can. So all you have to do is hit the equipped, so you can see all those items, and then like right here, this piece, it's on a champion, but I can try it on. So you do notice that if you are trying on a piece of gear that's on another champion, you'll see a cost to equipped, and that's just because it's that normal cost that will be there for ripping a piece of gear off of a different champion. So yes, you can try on pieces that are on other champions, which is really cool. And honestly, this is going to save people a lot of silver. Honestly, it's going to save me a lot of silver for trying to reach that 100% crit rate and stuff like that. I can just try pieces on before, I actually put them on. So that is the cool part. Definitely check that out. Definitely a big thing for the game right there. The next thing is Tag Team Arena. So like I said, nothing too big right here. There's a couple changes though. So first off, let's go into the tiers. So right here, you used to get a tier bonus at the end of the week on Sunday at reset. They actually ended up lowering the amount of gold bars you get from this, but upping the amount of gold bars that you get per win when in that tier. So I believe for gold 2, I think you're getting somewhere around like 36 gold bars per win. So right now I'm getting 44. So 8 more gold bars per win, which is actually pretty big once you start adding it up, and if you're using all your tokens and stuff like that. But you are getting a lower amount weekly, which kind of sucks. The other thing that they added was this whole little series piece. So you have to play at least 10 games throughout the week in order to be eligible to get your weekly bonus, which honestly, in my opinion, is not a big deal if you're keeping up with your advanced quests, which I believe makes you play 5 games a day. So definitely not a hard thing to do, but you are no longer going to be passively getting gold bars for not playing any Tag Team Arena at all every week. So just keep that in mind if you want to get gold bars. Even if you're in the bronze area, I believe you're going to still have to do this series of 10 games a week, which, like I said, not a big deal. The next thing was the Bazaar. So they actually ended up adding a couple of things to the Bazaar. Most notable are going to be the avatars for the bronze area and the silver ranking. Then they added like the different types of charms. So type charms, substat charms in the bronze. You have charm chest, which is like 3 random charms, I believe, in the silver. And then you have rarity charm and rank charms in the gold area. And then you have also the champion fragments for Bloodhorn and Huntress. Now they added these so people can fuse Broadmaw a little bit easier, and Huntress and Bloodhorn were actually 2 champions that you couldn't fuse with a bunch of uncommons. So they're just making it more accessible to be able to fuse Broadmaw, because we have the epic Lizardman secret room, we have faction wars and stuff like that, so they wanted to make it a little bit easier. It still is going to cost you 100 fragments, so I believe this is going to have a cooldown, probably a day cooldown. I'm not going to buy it because I don't want to spend the gold bars. But yeah, so those were the major changes to the tag team arena area. So nothing, like I said, too big, but they did add a couple of cool things. I do wish that they would just remove some of the cooldowns from this stuff. But yeah, if you're in the silver rank, you can get this cool avatar. I do actually like this avatar, but you do notice that there are no new gold avatars. So in, I believe, the announcement they talked about, there are going to be new avatars for gold, silver, and bronze. Unfortunately, they are still working on the gold avatars apparently, so I'm going to still try to reach 100,000 gold bars and wait for that gold avatar to see what that looks like. But yeah, if you're wondering where the gold avatar was, it's not out yet, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, along with the update 3.3, we also have the 2x Void event coming up this Friday, which is going to happen alongside the new Champion Fusion. So if you didn't know, which I'm sure you guys all know, there's been a bunch of videos about it already. I didn't put out a video about it, but there is a traditional fusion coming up on Friday for Valentine's like holiday, pretty much. We'll go ahead and bring up the page right here. So the fusion is going to be Astralon. It's going to be a Sacred Order legendary. Um, I'll go ahead and go through his kit real quick if you guys didn't know. So first off, he has an A1 called Hellbinder. Attack one enemy 2 times, has a 30% chance or 50% chance if you book him, placing a 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. He is also a partner champion to Countess Lix. Countess Lix will team up and join the attack if they are on the same team, and Countess Lix will use their default skill. And then it just goes into Countess Lix will not team up on this attack if this skill is being used when counterattacking or when the team up to attack with another champion. So if you're using Astralon with someone that will like ally attack with him, Countess Lix will not join in on that attack specifically. Just so that's just a clarification, I guess. On the A2, you have Divine Imminence. Attack one enemy will ignore increased defense, strengthen, and ally protection buff. Revives a random ally with 40% HP, places a shield buff on them equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns. If this attack kills the enemy, which is kind of cool, a revive on kill, called kind of like Altan in a way. And then also places a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. So you get a shield on the enemy that you revive along with a shield on itself. And then on the A3, Light of Sanctity, which is what I call pretty much the Duchess killer. Remove all buffs from targets under Veil or Perfect Veil buffs. Then place a 25% weaken debuff on enemies who have a Veil or Perfect Veil buff removed. Then attacks all enemies. Also has a 75% chance or 100% chance if you happen to book it of placing a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. This just screams to me that, you know, because Duchess puts everyone under a veil and stuff like that, it's just going to be perfect for Arena, in my opinion. And then you have the passive, fill this champion's turn meter by 3% every time an ally is hit. Really going to come in good when you have AoE attacks against you. And then decrease incoming damage by 25% if the attacker's attack is lower than this champion's, which he is an attack-based champion. So kind of a cool little passive. In my opinion, this champion is really going to do well in Arena. I can see him possibly doing very well in Doom Tower waves as well, because you have those unique waves with Duchess and stuff like that. But overall, not like in my opinion, not like the most amazing champion. I definitely think you guys should go after Astralon, though. I think he will be a really, really cool champion to build out. Along with Astralon, though, there are going to be 19 other champions, I believe. So you have a bunch of other legendaries. We aren't exactly sure what epics are going to be included with the Astralon Fusion. So unfortunately, I can't let you guys know which ones are going to be included. But yeah, I'll go ahead and leave a link down to this below as well, so you guys can kind of check through all the champions. There are some cool champions in here, but I didn't want to make a very long video going over all these because I know a lot of people are already reading in all these. I did want to mention a lot of these champions do require a lot of books, unfortunately. So that is a big issue. I know a lot of people are having with a lot of these new champions being added. It's filling up the pool of champions, so it's harder to get what you want, along with the fact that a lot of these champions require a lot of books. And that is a huge, huge thing for what's going on in the game right now. So, unfortunately, they have not given a solution to that at all. But hopefully something is coming out. I have a feeling that they're just kind of holding back on that announcement, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and take that off the screen. But yeah, overall, honestly, that is all I wanted to talk to you guys about. The big thing is update 3.3 is live, so that fitting room is in there. So definitely make use of that. It's going to save you a lot of silver. We have that 2x Void event once again coming up on Friday, along with the Fusion that's starting on Friday. Now, with update 3.3, they did talk about the champions and stuff like that. The champions are not yet in the game. They said that they'll be adding them later on this week. So you might see them pop up in the index or something maybe tomorrow. My guess is it's probably just going to be added along with the Fusion on Friday. But yeah, keep your eye out for that. The other thing is that they did add a little tiny Fusion warm-up tournament. Honestly, just go ahead and go do this. It's 300 points for running dragon, so very, very easy to do. And you get a bunch of free stuff. You get 200 energy here, 200k silver, some gems, some chickens. Honestly, definitely worth just jumping in and grabbing. It's definitely not going to take you long. And if you happen to want to push this tournament, some ancient shards through top 10. So definitely, definitely do it. Other than that, we still have the spider tournament going on, and then the artifact event tournament, I believe is, or yeah, event is going on. So get those done, get your free rewards if you're, wanting to participate in that. Um, I didn't make a video for this champion fusion, but I'm hoping you guys took to heart what I said about the last champion fusion with like prepping. Make sure that you have all your potions and everything going from the potion keeps, because you are going to need them to ascend the rare champions and the epic champions. But yeah, that is all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Not too long of a video. Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, let me know if you guys are going to be going for this fusion, what you guys think of the fusion. If you guys looked through the champions, the 20 new champions being added, and let me know if you guys are excited about any of them. There are a couple of Void champions in that list, and they are going to be going on with the 2x Void event, so you might pull some new champions, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys, like I said, and I will see you guys later. See ya.